Number one, what is it doing? It is importing scanner class. So you need to know the two different parts there. Java.util means package name. Where is the package? Inside of the Java installation library. So if you go to the system files, there's a Java folder. Then if you go to the Java folder, there is a JDK. Then inside of JDK, you are going to have the JRE. Inside of JRE, there's a library. All the packages are in there. In the library, you can also find some extension. That means you add your local package. Like, do you remember the Carol? You're supposed to make you're supposed to add the package to your Java that was going to extension. Anyway, there's a package, then inside of this package, there are multiple classes. We are gonna use a scanner class. So this is the scanner name, a class name inside of the Java.util. Then you are going to import that because we are gonna use a scanner object. Next one is IO, input output package. Then asterisk means everything, wildcard. Every is inside of the input output package. So like a file writer, print writer, they are all from the IO. There is a method header in the number 2. Public static void. That means this is the class method, static method, not instance method, and it does not return anything. There is no argument. Then it throws exceptions because it was using the file and IO. Whenever you use a file or IO, you're supposed to throw those exceptions, especially file not found exception. Without doing that, Java will not do any work. So if you are using file, you must have a file not found exception handling. One of the ways is throws, the other way is try catch. When you use a scanner, you don't need it. But when you use a file writer, a print writer, you need it. A file writer and new file object, you need it. Then number 3. Oh, there is an instantiation. Now we are going to the code. The scanner object is instantiated. So instantiate scanner object by passing system.in property. System.in means the system class in variable is called. That means this one is giving you where the input is from. So input is from IO console. System.in means IO console. And where's IO console? If you go to the GGRASP, you can see run IO. When you use the command prompt, when you run the program, if user types something, that is from input output console. Then if I come back, then line 4, we can say this one is asking something to the user to give a hint. The program is waiting for user input. So we can say this part as a prompt. Give a hint to the user. There is sc.next. So scanner object sc.next. So next is instance method. Then this one returns string. Returns a string. Then this string is everything written until next token. Then what is a token means? Token is the data item which is separated by space, tab, or new line, enter. So basically, next method means read one word before space or before tab or before enter. Then you are going to pass this file name, one you got from the user input, pass it to the file object. So file name is passed to the file object. Then if you pass the file object to the scanner object, you are going to read the text file. So instantiate scanner object to read file. So name is in file now. Number 7 is storing file name results.txt as a string type into file out variable. So file out is a variable. Then line 8 is instantiating PrintWriter object with the file writer object. Whenever you have a new, that means instantiating. So this is an object or instance by passing file out. Now line 10, because we do not know how many inputs inside of the in file, the input file, so we are going to use while loop. That means indefinite loop. We do not know the end. Hence next is checking if there's a next token or not. It returns true or false, so you can use it as a condition statement for while loop. Then if in file has the next token, you are going to read in file that next line. Next line is reading until new line. So basically, probably user already put enter when answer for the file name. That means in file that next line will read this enter first. So first in file that next line will return nothing, empty string. So you are going to think it's gonna print comma first, then space, then starting to read the next line. After next line is done, comma, space, then next line, then comma, space. You are going to see this kind of output. Actually, our file is a PrintWriter, so you are supposed to use write method, not print. Change it. In file, out file, they are cursor. Cursor means in the computer science, cursor, I don't know how to spell. Cursor means pointer. Pointer does not change anything. Pointer is just moving. And also, pointer is just moving left to right or top down. That's it. It cannot go back. Pointer is very dummy. It cannot think. Because next line is separated by new line, right? When it reads until before, store it, and jump, then read the next token. Whenever you use the PrintWriter, you must close it. So you are going to remember the scanner class and method. Do you remember next? We just used it. Next means read. We can say like simply one word because until the first space tab or new line, it's gonna read. How about next int, it will read on integer and return on integer. Next double will read a decimal. Then next line, read a line, or you can think about the sentence, a kind of multiple words. Then also very important is has next will return true or false. So we can use has next for the while loop. Let's think about we have data with like 2, 3, 8. We are going to read the next first, then call next int, then call next double. What will happen? Next we'll have store, yes, 2 as a string, so double quote 2. How about next int? Next int we have, after I call next, then if I call next int, yes. Now next int will read the next one, 3. How about the next code is next double? Error. Yeah, it's error because A is not double. So you can say next are dummies, stupid. They do not think by itself. They cannot search. They just assume the front of that is what they want. Then try. Then if it's not, error. So remember that scanner is cursor. After you read the next, then cursor move to the next token. After you read the next int, cursor move to the next token. Then after you read the A as a double, then boom, boom. Let's look at the next page, back page of the paper. Now there's an input. So this is what you're supposed to make. You're going to ask the user, enter your name. Then user will enter something. Then you will print what user entered. Then you are going to ask the user, enter an integer. Then user will enter. So whatever blue thing is your program prints, red thing is what user will input. You may start with like a scanner object, then make this code.